people, welcome to another show of the O'Connor Angle. And yes, it is a fishing show. I know I've got a bungalow as such behind me, and I've got a nice carp scarer in a red towel. But this is the O'Connor Palace, as me and Dad would say, but it's our family holiday, and this is 9 Fays, Gingies and Ted. We are away. I will mention the venue later on in the show. If you can hear a lot of like what sounds like a water feature, is we've got an aerator right next to me there, and to the right of me we've got the family in the hot tub, hence the red towel. So like I say, we got here probably a couple of hours ago. We've put the rods out. I've seen a couple of fish bash, but for the moment, like I say, I'm going to go and enjoy some family time. I'm going to have a couple of beers, and that's about it. There's Ginge in the background. Look, whee! There he is. Look, how was you like, Casper? There he is. Come say hello, mate. Say hello.
Hello.
Hello. There you go. So they've got a little Ginge on the firm. Yeah, we've got the Bonzel, the missus in the hot tub. So what I'll do is, guys, we're here for a week, but like I say, it's a family holiday. So it's not going to be all fishing. I'm going to be going out, the missus, the kids, the dog, etc. And it's a bit of family time, So like I say, watch the show. We'll go more into detail. There's some belting fishing here that go up to mid-40s. It's a proper venue. Like I say, plenty of 30s, plenty of 20s, but I know that there's two mid-40s in here. One's a common, one's a mirror. Obviously, I'd love to catch one. But I think we'll leave it there. I'm just going to show the guys in the pool quickly for you. But I'll come more into bait, rigs, everything to do with carp fishing, and later on in the show. But like I say, welcome to another edition of the O'Connor family, and here we go. Look, there they all are. Look, ready? There we go. And there it is. There's the hot tub. There he is, look. Oh. You gonna say hello then? There they are, there's the missus. That's it. Ginger's meathead's in the way. There we go. You see them two Budweisers there? It's got my name written all over it. So yeah, bit of family time. Come back round. There's the bad boys just there. 4 rods out, which is allowed on this venue. Look at that. So, I think it's time for me to join the family. Like I say, enjoy the show, and I'll come back to you once I've had a fight with this little dipstick. Ta-da. Well, there we go, guys. First light this morning. It was about, I think the time's about 6 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, they got out in the middle. It's just dripped off, came out here with a fag and a cup of coffee, like you do as carp handlers. And yeah, just sitting here, and I was watching a few fish over one of the corners of the island. Typical, just out of the blue. Left-hander. Was away, and I've got this plump 24 pounder. Look at the shoulders on it. Absolute immaculate fish. I don't know what this is coming out like. But yeah, 24 pound of absolute discus, isn't it? So on the new fully loaded, see if I can get it a bit closer actually. Move this mat a bit more forward for you guys. Yeah. There he is. Better guys, it looks good. 24 pound. So yeah, first morning, and we got a couple of fish bashing. It weren't the rod that I thought would go in. I thought it might have been another rod, but yeah, look at the hump on here. Absolutely immaculate fish in there. See, I'm just spinning around for you lot. Yeah, 24 pound on the money. Bay and Ginger still in bed. So it is their holiday as well, I suppose. But yeah, let's say, what a great start to the family holiday. There we go. £24 on the money. What a fish, eh? Quality. Right, let's get him straight back, and and wake the family up, eh? Probably not. So, yeah, let's get into it, back. Lovely. Right, morning guys. And, oh, hello. Are you coming up as well, mate, are you? Alright, like that, is it? Yeah, I love you too, mate. Is it cuddles time? Yeah, I love you too. Alright, Ted. Alright, mate, we're doing a bit of filming, Ted. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, right, mate, you're going to have to go, bruv. I'll show you some love later, mate. Yeah, like I was saying, the nice bite this morning. As you just see, a lovely 24 pounder. But basically very quiet in the night. Now, all I had was one bleep. I mean, we are back-leading, etc. here. Obviously, we're allowed to use 4 rods, so I'm trying to pin them lines down as much as I can. Like I say, it's not a bad area that we're in. What I mean is, like, feature-wise, I've got 2 islands in front of me. No, Ted, you're going to have to go down, mate. Typical, isn't it, when you turn on a camera. Yeah, I've got 2 islands. I've got a few little sets of pads and stuff like that. And like I was saying, I was expecting the right-hand rod to go this morning, or like during the night. There's a big set of pads up there. It's not deep. It's probably a couple of foot max. But I did see about 3 or 4 in there yesterday, but nothing on that rod at all. Then I've got one out. There's like a feeder thing in front of me that feeds the fish, etc. Got told to put one on that, and I did, and that was what the bite came to this morning, 24 pound. On the other 2 rods, I did have another rod near them pads as well, so I had 2 over that side, but I pulled one out this morning. I see a few fish on the corner of the island. I will pan round so that you guys can see. I moved that early this morning. I thought, right, let's do it. I see 5 there, but nothing as of yet. And then the left-hand rod, it was weird because I had the 24 pounder, and then my left-hand rod, because obviously I'm back-led, I just got a couple of bleeps, and you know, you get the old tip, just dipping down a bit, and I thought, you're trying to get rid of that. I thought it was one of the craftier fish, you know, trying to get rid of it and that. So anyway, I hit into it. Believe it or not, it was a trailer on my back-led. I mean, I've had some things in carp fishing, but I mean, what is the chance? I'm fishing on probably about an 8 to 10 acre lake, and I've got a trailer wrapped round me back-led underneath me rod tip. Unbelievable, isn't it? So it's a bit of a seesaw effect with that. Anyway, the line came off me back-led. Well, the back-led actually came off the line, and the back-led went with the trailer. So he's trailing around the back-led now as well, this thing. It ain't my trailer, it's obviously someone else's, but how's your luck, it's got my back-led on it now as well. So yeah, that's going to play some fun during the week, I expect. But like I say, that bite, that came out the blue. That was on the fully loaded. That's the new one from Urban. And I've been doing alright with that. Like if you're watching previous shows, been cleaning up with that lately. You know, done really, really well with it. So, like I say, that's the only rod that's gone. But I'll pan round for you guys now. Like I say, obviously I'm just in the lounge position, typical O'Connor style, isn't it? You know, but the Faye's still in bed behind us. So's Ginge. Obviously Ted's here, getting on my nerves. You are. But yeah, like I say, it's a syndicate lake as well here, as well as the cabin. A couple of the syndicate members are on. Again, it's worth listening to them. They're here all the time, aren't they? You know. But this swim is designed just for the cabin, which is great because obviously I can leave my gear here. We can go out during the day, which we will be doing. Then all I've got to do is flick them back out when we come back. You know, you've got the hot tub there as you see yesterday. So yeah, it's a proper family one, this one. But I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll pan round for you guys now. Let's pan round. Right, I'll tell you what we do. We'll start over this side. So basically, obviously, that's the setup there, as you can see, 4 rods. Now, if you come round just behind this fence here, there's a little bay, which goes round a little bit more, but it's very, very shallow. You can see the bottom in there, load of Canadian in there. And then as you come back round to the left, there you can see a nice big set of pads. Again, not that deep in there. That's the spot where I see quite a few, well, I see about 3 or 4 in there, and they were in, see this, not the first set, the second set, in that gap, they were in there. But obviously you can't fish that deep into them, you know, you're not going to get them out. So I put it on the edge, which was, I think, here. That's where I'm actually fishing there. It was 3 foot just there, or 2.8 3 foot. It was coming up on a boat. You can use boats if you want, but nothing as of yet. But up tight, that island was very, very shallow. It was. But as you come round, so you get all that island. Basically, the tip of that island there. That's where I see 5 this morning. So I'll come in a bit more. That's part of the rope, obviously. The good thing about this swim, or the bad thing, whichever way you want to look at it. Let me adjust this camera, guys. There you go. That rope there, it stops you obviously from going any further, but it also stops people coming into your swim. So the way I look at it is, if you're going out for the day, you are proper resting your swim, because there's a rope that runs all the way around this peg, or swim as such, so they can get in here. But the only problem is, if they're not in here and they're long, you can't cast long. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's one of those, isn't it? It's one of those. But yeah, on the corner of that island there, see where that branch is just, they're just coming in just there, the end there. I see 5 early this morning come up. So I took the boat out, brought one in off the pads, brought it out over there. Really shallow, you know, it's just like 2 foot, but they were in it. You know, 1'8". It was coming up on the echoes. So I've just come off a little bit, and I come out to 2.5 foot. I reckon it's more likely, probably about in line with that swim is. So that's where we are with that one. Like I say, all I've done on that one is put a solid bag on it. I'm going to come back out a bit more. Come round. Now there's the feeder. Just going to straighten the camera up for you lot. Bear with me. There we go. Right. Yeah, that's the feeder there, and that rope is joined to keep that feeder in place. Now, just in front of that feeder, there's a nice big hump. Comes up to 4 foot. You're in 7 foot. Comes up to 4. But just the other side of it, it does drop. It starts to drop. You know, there's a shelf there, and it's right where that feeder is. I'm just fishing the left-hand side, and that's where the 24 came from. And then as you come further round, do you see what I'm saying about the rope, guys? Is that you're roped in this swim. So if the fish start showing longer, you ain't getting to them, you know. Right, there's the other island that the rope's onto. That's all yours as well. But if I just go there we go. Sorry, guys. Right, obviously I've just seen one of the members this morning. Up tight to that island, I thought it was very, very weedy. You know, you're not getting a drop as such. Took all the boat round it, it's just coming up all basically all crappy and stuff. But he reckons, can you see that lighter green bit just there? If I zoom in, that lighter green bit, he said that there used to be a tree there, but yeah, I'm going to cut it out. Anyway, I took it, he said get right in. I went over there, had a look, and it was all shitty and tight, so I've just come off the net, 3 foot of water. So that's where I've moved that one to. So that's me 4 rods as such, but I will say, just in front of this island, I just moved that up a bit. I just want to adjust the tripod again, lads. There we go. There's another set of pads. I can't go no further than the corner of this island here, and there's another set of pads here. And I've seen 2 fish jump around these pads yesterday. So that's where I think I'm going to concentrate. But I did have one. I'll just pull out a bit. There we go. In the middle, out here. And I see a lot of fish come up in the echo. And that's where, you know, obviously I had the fish on the back lid. I know it was underneath my tip, but there was a lot of fish there. And then if you come left, I've got this big set of pads here, just in front of me, toward the left-hand side of me. So you've got a lot of features. I mean, the lake goes right away, like right down. It goes right down this end. I mean, I've not been round there yet. Faye's been for a jog around the lake with Ginge. I will have a look. But yeah, that's what we're up against at the moment. So I've got one on that island, one on the feeder, one on the point of the other island, and one in these pads. So, as you can see, the wind's just getting up. But yeah, it's like I say, you're in a nice zone. You've got features to fish to, you know. You've got lily pads, you've got islands, you've got the feeders, you know. So there is quite a bit going on in this swim, I will say that. But the only downfall is I have seen a few at in the middle, if that makes sense. And with them ropes there, you just can't get to them. So that's the only negative that I would say. But if you're going out for the day, you could really work this swim. I think you could rest it up, especially if you're clipped up, you're quick getting around out, just stick the boat out stealthily. I can see it really working, like going out, resting it for 3, 4, 5 hours. But as you can see, lots of things to fish to. And I'll just come back on to myself now. Bear with me, guys. How's that looking, people? There we go. So yeah, you've seen the swim now, and I say there's a lot going on. There is a lot going on in the swim, especially feature-wise. But yeah, so far so good. Like I say, got here late afternoon and had one this morning. So yeah, very pleased with that. And I'll go through more rigs and tactics as the week goes on. But yeah, at the moment I'm very happy, and I have seen a few, but they've just been the other side of them ropes, unfortunately. But that fish certainly liked the fully loaded. And like I say, I've got different baits, and I've got one with a yellow pop-up on at the moment, nutcracker. I've got fully loaded on. I've actually got one on plastic con as well, and the other one is on a pink tuna and garlic. So yeah, just trying different things really. So you got to try and find out, find the bits for the jigsaw as such, as they say. And once that puzzle forms, we'll switch all the rods to it. So, but I'll leave it there, guys, and hopefully we might get another morning bite. Right, people, we got one on, and enjoy the fight. Getting in the pads at the moment, causing a bit of problem, but should be able to get them out. I don't know what that's coming out like, people. Like I said, Faye's gone shopping with my wallet, so with Ginge. So but yeah, it's like another decent one. Yeah, like I said, I don't know what this is coming out like, but we'll go from there. See what it's like. There you go. Looking alright, people? Quality. Pad wrapped round him. Comes. Here's fish number 2. Like I say, people, I don't know how that came out. It is difficult when you're on your own. and Ted's barking away. But yeah, it is difficult when you're on your own, like I say, so bear with me. Faye would have dealt with that, but she's out with Ginge. You know, gone play a little bit of mini golf, and left-hand rod, and that was near the pads down there on the tuna and garlic, that one. So we switched over to that bait this morning. So yeah, let's get it out. Let's have a look, eh? Right then, people. Well, we just weighed it up, and it went £22 that fish. So yeah, overjoyed, and that's another one. So let's get him out and have a look, eh? We're in absolute immaculate condition, these fish at this place, I will say that. So £22 on the money, and there she is. What a cracking carp, eh? I don't know, I think I can see that right. Yeah, that looks good. £22. Well pleased with that one. And so to be fair, I was watching a little bit of YouTube in the old cabin, I was, and absolutely tore off. Tuna and garlic, like I said. Also, I will go through rigs and stuff and that. But yeah, let's spin him round for you guys. So they are in immaculate condition here. And there's the other side. Look at that. £22. Beautiful scaly carp. And I think let's get him back. Let's get that tuna and garlic back on. I've only had that on for a couple of hours on a new spot. So maybe is it something, or maybe was it just a lucky fish, but yeah, overjoyed with that one. And right, let's get the owner to take some shots for me. Right, would you believe it? After the to be honest, I've lost my words now. I've just caught one of the best looking fish I've ever caught, I think. After the last time I spoke to you guys, I said it was all going well with the tuna and garlic, and I've had another one on the same spot, and this fish is absolutely immaculate. It's a proper fully scaled. It's just coming at 31. What was it, babe? 31?
31.10.
31.10. Typical. Faye gave me a call. Can you come and open the gate? I thought I'll quickly whiz up there and open that gate. Come back, swing was on the floor. And mind you guys, it's 20 yards, so before people start, you know, not people like. Yeah, swing was on the floor. And here we go. So you ready for this? Absolute pristine. £31, 10 ounce, proper fully scaled. How cool is that? On the tuna and garlic. You getting in, Ginge?
Get in the shot.
Get in, just stand there.
You ain't got to touch it.
Like any time now, you know, it's like 30 odd pound barrel I'm lifting up here. Get in there. Kneel down. And here he is, the little Ginge. And £31.10. But yeah, what a fish. It's probably one of the best looking carp I've ever caught. So I'll spin him round for you. What an immaculate carp that is. But yeah, 2 on that rod now. So I think I'm going to have to get another one on the tuna and garlic. What are you looking at down there, Ron? Is there anyone behind there?
No.
Right, and this is the other side. What an immaculate carp. You zoomed in on that, babe, yeah? I don't want it to look like a roach.
Yeah.
What an immaculate carp. £31, 10 ounce. On the second day of our holiday, I've had 3 now. And yeah, I don't care if I don't catch any more. What an absolute beautiful fish. So, time to get some stills. Get on the tuna and garlic, as they would say. Right, morning guys. As you can see, I've got the robe on again. I need to get urban with it, don't I, really? Yeah, this is a different kettle of fish in this, anyway. But no, on a serious side, it's about 6:30 in the morning now. Excuse me. And slept through. Not even a bleep. Nothing. I'll never see anything either yesterday evening. No, tell a lie, me and Facey won. But it weren't in our swim, it was further down the lake.
But yeah, very, very quiet. It seems to be nothing at night. And yeah, funny enough, I spoke to one of the other blokes that are fishing on the lake, and he said apparently this lake hasn't done a bite at night for ages. So maybe there's something in it. I mean, to be fair, we get out at Cottington Lakes, they seem to go through like a cycle, you know, and where you get a lot of day bites and then it'll be night bites, etc. Maybe this place is exactly the same. But yeah, just going on regards of yesterday, £24 I started off the trip, as you know. Happy with that one. Then had the 22, again, lovely fish. And then yesterday, when was it, evening I think it was, excuse me, at that 31.10. And to be fair, I haven't looked back at the footage. I just hope that footage, that camera, has done that fish justice, because I'm telling you now, it's one of the best carp I've ever caught. I mean, I've been carp fishing since maybe I'm about 5, I'm 39 now, and I'll tell you what, there weren't one scale missing out. Well, sorry, not one scale missing. There weren't one scale out of place. Everything about that carp was absolutely perfect. To be fair, it was a bit like an oil painting. I just hope that the footage is come out with it well. And but yes, I was over the moon with that. To be honest with you, I'm here for a few more days. What are we on now? We're on a Wednesday. I mean, I'm still here till next Monday. But I don't care if I'm going to catch another fish, really. That fish there has made my trip. And yeah, I mean, I've gone through the photos on my phone. Mate, that fish is just different gravy. That should be called different gravy, that carp. That should be its name. But what I'll do today, I'll obviously it's about 6:30 now. I'm going to leave the rods until about 10ish, and then when I do, we'll go through rigs, etc. Then. But I'll come on to a little bit of rigs now while we're just having a chat, etc. On this venue, you have to use certain things. Now, obviously, yes, I'm a consultant for a few companies. The problem is here, the companies that I'm with, like the Deception, the NTAC, well, I'm not allowed to use it. Not because it's Deception, you're not allowed to use Calder. You're not allowed to use Nash. You're not allowed to use all of them. You're only allowed to use MCF safety clips. Now, obviously, some people get the up with that, because you're being told what to do. You've also got to use 24 inches of tubing, which at first, when you look at these rules, you think to yourself, is this a bit too much? But now that I've caught some of these fish in here, Jesus Christ, you know what, I can see now why these fish are immaculate. They're absolutely unbelievable. The mouths on them are perfect. There's not one scale lifted. Like I say, they're like an oil painting, these fish. And like I say, I think it's just due to where the owner here is very, very strict on certain things. Us as carp anglers, we look here. I mean, there's some lakes near me where I don't fish, and I won't fish them because it's just A4 sheet after A4 sheet of rules. And to be fair, you start thinking to yourself, do you want us to catch you a carp? It gets to that point, doesn't it, fellas, where you think, sod this, I only want to go fishing. But, I mean, there are a lot of rules here, but when I've looked through them, a lot of them are just common sense, and, so I kind of agree with it, and, but yeah, like I say, the rig is going to be totally something that, well, I've never used. It's a safety clip, but it's just a different design one. I have to use it, I can't get around it. You are allowed to use drop-off inline here, but only a certain way. I have got one on that, but I've got 3 on this safety clip, and it's the safety clip rods that are doing the damage. So I'll go through the rig with you, probably about 10 o'clock lunchtime-ish when I redo the rods. But yeah, to be honest with you, I'm absolutely overjoyed with this trip. Like I say, really a couple of days in. I've got here Monday, it's Wednesday now. So, been here a couple of days. But yeah, to have 3 already, it's, and that 31, wow, the wow fish. But no, I'll go through the rigs with you, because like I say, it's something that I've never used, especially that length of tubing, etc. And that clip. But to be fair, every time, because you have to discharge the lead here, no matter what, that lead has to come off with every take, which is fine. I understand that. But I was sitting there thinking last night about it. Typical carp angler, like you do. You sit there and think, don't you? Do you imagine how many leads are on the bottom of this lake? You know, if you think, I don't know how many carp are in it. Say it's 150, for instance. How many takes do you think are you get a year on a lake like this for everyone? That's how many leads are there. Then what happens in the previous year to that? Could you imagine someone coming over a metal detector? They'd have a field day, wouldn't they? If you've got a diver down here, there's probably more leads in this lake than what's in Calder's factory. So, but yeah, I was just having a bit of a giggle to myself. But but to be fair, that clip discharged every single time. So I mean, I know most of them do. I mean, the Deception one definitely does, because you can set it up to discharge or not, and that's why I like it, because sometimes in a situation I don't want to lose my lead. It's not because I'm being tight, get my leads for nothing, but obviously you don't need to, so, but on here as a rule you have to, which is fine, I accept that. But yeah, going back to them fish, like I say, they're immaculate, so now looking at them rules and putting the fish with them rules, they've got a venue and a half here, I will say that. These fish are just, they're spectacular. Absolutely unbelievable fish. But right, I think we'll leave it there, and like I say, do excuse the road. It is 6:30 in the morning, and mate, this fishing is just different, isn't it? It's not like you're in a bivvy, you're up now and all that, and fully dressed and all that. I mean, you're just coming out of the cabin behind me, sitting on my chair, on my robe, cup of coffee with a fag, away you go, isn't it? It puts a smile on my face anyway. So like I say, Faye, she went out yesterday with Ginge, and they went to the local park kind of thing, and went on like a little train ride around this park, a little go on the mini golf, and not too sure what they're doing today. We've got the hot tub there, so yeah, like I say, the family holiday is in full swing, as they say. So, but hopefully we're going to get a morning bite. We did get one yesterday. I haven't seen any this morning. The only thing I've seen is a pike. But I did see a load of fish. Obviously behind the camera there's an island. I did see quite a few behind that yesterday. And like I say, different day. It's a lot colder. It was a lot colder last night. And looks at the temperature, it dropped down to 12 degrees. Which has really dropped, and so yeah, but it looks like it's going to be cloudy, so be interesting to see if they're still in. Because yesterday when I did the rods on the left hand, the new spot, I had 2 on that, and then all of a sudden they disappeared. So it's going to be interesting to see if they come back, or if they're going to come back at all, so but we'll leave it there, guys, and hopefully the next time you see me, there's some real good commons in this lake as well. I'm having one of those, so hopefully I'll be holding one of those for you. Right, would you believe it? I was just talking to you guys, and literally 15 minutes later, the left-hand rod was away. So obviously I've changed out my robe now, got into some proper carp gear, and, but yeah, literally 15 minutes later. So if we'd have spoke to you 15 minutes later, you would have seen the take live. One of the Lake's baby ones, £19 common, this one. But again, I was saying how immaculate they are. Look at him. Very, very angry common. So, but yeah, on the tuna and garlic again, on the left-hand rod, 3 on that rod now. So that bait's the winner at the moment. So, but yeah, that'll do for the start, isn't it? We'll get a quick picture on my phone, then we'll get him back. So we'll catch up with you guys soon. As you guys can see, I've got enough one on.
Could he beat his PB here on his common? Huh?
Spider. Big fish. Very, very, very big fish. It's a very big carp. A very, very, very big carp.
Want me to net it for you?
That's right. Here we go. That is a huge carp. Chasing you for years, mate. Well, I know there's two really big commons in this lake. One of them's a mid-40. I think the other one is just under. I think it's one of them. I don't know what one. Unless I'm just getting excited. But looking at that, that is a breeze block of a common. So that's a very big fish, a very big fish. And the fully loaded, that one. Let's forget about bait and rigs. Let's see how much he weighs. Personal best common's 37. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. There it is, my new personal best, biggest fish in the lake as well. I can't believe it. And it weighs in at 46.10. Absolutely massive common. 46.10. Huge carp. I am so overjoyed. I cannot believe I've been chasing a 40-pound common for absolute years. And I said to Faye, it will come when I least expect it. 2 40-pound commons and a stock of 200 fish. Get on the fully loaded. Right, would you believe, I just cannot believe that. 46 £, 10 ounce from start to finish. What a crazy session, eh? Absolute crazy. And I'm going to lift her up now for you. It's the big end of the lake, I know that. And I'll have to ask the owner. I think it's a new lake record, complex record, whatever you want. I think it's a fish called Sally, I think they call her it. To be fair, I couldn't care less what they call it. This is absolutely unbelievable carp. Check that out, guys. 46 £, 10 ounce common. I've been chasing one for years, mind you, in a stock where there's not many big commons. Ted, shut up. Yeah, 46 £, 10. I don't know what that's coming out like. And yeah, I'm struggling to lift it. We're coming out all right, Faye?
Yep.
Yeah, what a fish. I'm absolutely over the moon with it. So, yeah, huge carp, huge. And there she is, the biggest in the lake. Great, on the fully loaded. So I'll spin her around. But yeah. Yeah. And there's the other side of her. Yeah. There she is. Recognisable fish with that patch on it. Yeah, look at the shoulders on it. Yeah, well happy with that. I was happy with the 31. Jesus Christ. £46.10. Get in there. Let's get her back. There she is. Look at the size of it. £46, 10 ounces of brute, pure English common carp. Alright, go on in, Gil. Go and make someone else happy, just like you made me happy. Go on. Go on. Magic. Right guys, as you can see, road carping still at its best, and we are on the Thursday, well it's about Thursday lunchtime now. Obviously yesterday you see I had my new personal best, £46.10 common. I've been chasing one of those for absolute years. I mean, to be fair, as an old saying, you've got to go to places where they are to catch them in the first place. I mean, a lot of the lakes that I do fish, they might have one big common in them, you know, out of a stock of 200. And, you know, trying to single that fish out could be hard work sometimes. And typical, I said to Faye, if it ever happened, it would come when I least expect it. Now, I know there's over 300, I think there's 300 fish in this lake. By no stretch of imagination, it's easy. Spoke to a few of the members, you know, they're all saying it's hard, it's not easy. So to have 5 fish already, you know, like a lot of them have said, it's a good hit then. And yeah, I mean, that rod, it went off. You've seen the fight from start to finish. I haven't looked back at the footage properly, but I know I went quiet very early on in that fight. I knew it was a good fish. When I mean I knew it was a good fish, I knew it was going to be probably 30 plus. I weren't expecting the king of the lake to be on the end of it, and a £46.10. It just blew my mind. I think I might have even swore in it, so I do apologise to people. But yeah, to have that, I mean, that's what I'm saying. To single that fish out of 300, there was no skill in that. I just put a bait out, and my name was on it, you know. And that's how this big fishing goes, you know. Yeah, there is some skill in it to a degree. I suppose on the low stock pits, it's more skill, because you can single them fish out. You know, you can pre-bait spots, you can watch certain fish coming on them. But when you're fishing a lake like this, you can't stalk them out the edge. You can't see them. So, but yeah, there you go, the king of the lake, and all my dreams came true. Like, you know, and I'm glad the family was here to share it. Yeah, I was over the moon, but that was my last fish. So I wound in. I went all day after that without nothing. Making it sound like a Runswater now, and it's not like that here though. You know, it's nothing like that at all. I wound in at 6. And we all went out for an evening meal, had a few beers, and I never got back till about 10:30. And I only put 2 rods out. I put them back out on the 2 spots that I'm catching from, but nothing. I ain't had a bite at all at night. It's been very quiet at night. I mean, to be fair, I might as well wind in at night. It's getting to that point now where I'm even thinking of winding in when it gets dark, and then start again at first light. But no, I never had nothing through the night, not even a bleep. Got up this morning, nothing. You know, my bite time has been normally between that, I would say 6 o'clock in the morning till about 9. I have had
one at 12 at midday and one at 5 as well, but 3 of them have been between that 6 and 9 period, so it's obviously a good time. But this morning, nothing. That bite never come, and I don't think they're up this end as much now. I see 3 up here, not in my water, further over in the, another bloke's water, and that's been it. It's been very quiet. So the wind's got up, it's pushing from right to left now, and the sun's come out as well. So whereas the last 2 days it's been overcast, you know, cloudy, everything. You know them conditions when you're like, it's on. You know, we all get them as carp anglers. You think, you know what, this is looking good. Today ain't that day. So, like I say, I know I keep saying about rigs and baits. I will go through them. Faye's off shopping. She's off today. So it's just me, Ginger and Ted in the cabin. All the rods back out. I've put my 4 rods out now. I'm still using the tuna and garlic and the fully loaded. I've actually put 2 on each now because they're the baits that I've caught the 5 fish on. I've tried your sweet corns, I've tried other things, do you know what I mean? Like bit fishing, and it seems to be they want a proper bit of bait. So that's what we've gone with. But no, very quiet, like I say, it's midday-ish now. All my bites have come in daylight, but I've had 3 between 6 and 9, so there is half a chance. There is half a chance with that, but like I say, I was quite shocked I never got my morning bite, but like I say, I'm making it sound like a run to water, and it's not. It really isn't. And but I think we'll leave it there, guys. I mean, when Faye comes back, I will do a nice section on the bait that I'm using and the way that I'm using it, and I will do something on rigs. There's no 2 ways about it, because you know, I'm using stuff here that I would never use anywhere else because I've got to. That's the fishery rules. So I will go through that at some point. But I think for now, I think gonna get that hot tub cover off and get her fired up. I think me and Ginger are gonna sit in that maybe for an hour and enjoy the family holiday. Like I say, you know, we all went out for a nice meal last night, a few drinks, you know, arcade, that kind of family thing, and yeah, it's working. You know, we're all happy, and like I say, I'm buzzing. Does it matter if I catch anything else? Really? I mean, the 31 fully scaled, I mean, that was like saying that Picasso had done. Oh, that was fish of the week for me. But yeah, I mean, £46.10. I couldn't care less whether I caught another fish. And like I say, we're on Thursday. I've got till Monday. But but as carp anglers, I suppose you do want more, don't you? But it is what it is, isn't it, people? But stay tuned still, because I'm going to go through bait and how I'm using it, and I will go through rigs. Do I think I'll catch more? Of course I do. I'm a carp angler. We all want more, don't we? But yeah, I think there's 1 or 2 more on the cards. I think I just need them to move back up a little bit. So, but yeah, we'll leave it there. It's time for me and Ginge. Bosh, get in the hot tub. See you soon. Right, guys. As I was saying earlier, I was just going to start doing a bit on bait. But I went in the hot tub, had a little dip with Ginge, and got the rods out. And again, I can't believe it, the left hand rod was ripped off. And yeah, £31 5 ounce this one, tuna and garlic again. I mean, can this session get any better? Can it really get any better? What do you reckon, mate? It's a good one, isn't it? You getting in the shot? Coming in. Come stand here. And so you've got to bend down a bit, mate, so that people can see you. There you go. Say hello.
Hello.
There you go. But yeah, Ian just done some pictures for me, bless him. Mum's out shopping. But look at that. 30. Let me lift him up a bit. Bear with me. There you go. Put your head over the top of him, Ginge, because people can't see. That's it. £31 5 ounces of tuna and garlic muncher. So yeah, alright mate, you off?
Yeah, I'm a ski.
Alright mate, but yeah, look at that, unbelievable, what a session, eh? I mean, it's just getting better and better, you know. I keep saying I'm going to go through this, I keep saying I'm going to do that, but they just keep biting. So, but yeah, when Faye gets back, I'll get onto that bait with you guys. But yeah, 31.5, what a fish, eh? So let's spin him around for you guys. Yeah, it's having
in a session and a half here at the moment. Really am. And as you can see, the fish, you know, they're absolutely immaculate. Proper fishery, definitely proper carp. Come on, mate, we'll get you back in a minute. And there's the other side of her. Hope that's coming out all right for you guys. So the camera woman's left me. But yeah, £31. Yeah, I think that's good. £31, 5 ounces. Unbelievable carp. So right, I think we'll get her back. Definitely going to get that rod back out. And I'll tell you what, we'll show you the rig first, and then I'll get it out. Or shall I put the rod out? What would you do in this situation, chaps? I'll let you know in a minute. £31.5. Well, you know what? I thought I'm going to put that rod back out. Then I thought, you know what? I keep mentioning about rigs, and we'll stop fishing, and I'll show you guys what I'm using. Basically, well, that's what's left over of the tuna and garlic boilie anyway. So obviously that's been mangled, but we'll get rid of that. Right, there you go. Let's hold on to that. And this is the rig that I was saying about. I'll try to get in as close as I can for you. Now, on this lake, you've got to have 24 inches of tubing. So I've gone with a Deception. It's like a clay type one. It's a gravelly bottom here with clay. So I've gone in with that one. But above that, if I just bear with me, people, because I'm on my own. But above that, what you've got is a float stop above the tubing. Now, the rules are at this lake, you've got to have that float stop above it, because sometimes with tubing, when it goes into the tail rubber and then the lead comes off, the tubing can go freely up your line. The whole idea of them having tubing here is to protect some of the fish's scales. You've seen the footage of the fish's scales, they're absolutely immaculate here. At first I was a bit dubious with it, you know, like we do at carp anglers, you think, oh, is that too much? Now that I've caught a few, I get why he has this rule. But I've never ever seen the float stop above tubing ever at any fishery, even ones that say you have to use tubing. Clever that, it is very clever. So, but yeah, as you come through, 24 inches of clay tubing. Now this was the clip that I was on about, guys. This is the MCF one. Now, yes, I am a consultant for Deception, but unfortunately, on this lake, we have to use this clip. There's no getting around it. That is the rules of the lake. Now, looks a bit clumsy, doesn't it? It looks a bit clumpy, shall I say? But mind you, does it work? I will say that. And on this lake, you have to drop your lead every single time. Now with this, the tail rubber is on the back here. Then you've got the clip itself, but the tail rubber, you can see that, doesn't actually go over the clip, whereas on a normal safety clip it would. All this one does, it's basically got a spring there. If I hold that up, it's just like a little clip. Can you guys see that? So there's no tail rubber over it at all. So all you do is just ping that on, like so. No tail rubber goes over it. That's an SM leads 3 ounce square. I use them all the time. I've used square leads since they were existed really. So there's my snap link that I always use. Coated braid and a size 4. It's microbarbed here. Size 4 Deception DX curve. Absolute brilliant hook. And so yeah, probably about, I don't know, 5 inches of rig there. Quite short. But yeah, that clip, like I say, I'm a consultant for Deception, but we have to use them here. You know, there's no way getting around it. But they do work, I will say that. So, but yeah, I mean, I never had any of these clips when I got here. The owner of the lake actually gave me a pack because I didn't really realise. And typical carp angler, didn't read the bloody rules, did I? But anyway, he had some, so we was good. Now, obviously, like I say, it's very simple. The rig itself, it doesn't change. You know, there it is. That's the culprit there. Bit of shrink tube, little silicone kicker. But that is literally just landed. £31, 5 ounce, beautiful mirror carp. So having a session of a lifetime here, folks.
And just let me come out a little bit with that camera for you guys. That's better. So yeah, but like I say, proper long tubing that, isn't it? 24 inches. And like I say, the fish in here, they're like saying that Picasso's done. You know, let's be real about it. I think you guys would agree. They're absolutely beautiful carp in here. It feels bad lifting them up, you know, especially when I had that fully scaled. I know I've had a 46 and there's some other good ones there, but that fully scaled, I was frightened to actually lift it up. You know, I was tempted just to put it on the ground and give it one of those chaps, you know. But yeah, having a great session. I mean, I've had 6 now. So we had a 19, 22, 24, 31.5, 31.10, and a 46.10. So over the moon. As you can see, smiling from ear to ear. That's what carp fishing does, doesn't it, chaps? You know. And like I say, I hope you're learning something from this. And like I say, that rig, I had that on 3 of the rods. I did have a drop off in line. You was allowed to use a drop off in line, but only the way that he wanted you to do it. But I never had a bite on it, so I put that onto this clip now. I'll say we're still catching, so. But yeah, I'm overjoyed. Faye's out shopping. She's probably spanked me wallet. Me and Ginger have been in the hot tub. It's been a real nice family holiday. You know, Faye likes doing her thing. I like doing mine. Then we meet in the middle. Like I said, we had a lovely meal last night. And Ginger's in and out the hot tub on his iPad. You know, there's YouTube here. There's everything here. You know, you got a big screen. It's nice. It's nice. And obviously I can bring Carp Dog Ted. So. But no, so far so good. But yeah, that's the rig there, guys. Like I say, I'll just lift it up once more. That's the clip, that's the hook length there. But I will go into bait. I keep promising it, I will go into it at some point. But yeah, I'm just having a whale of a time. Alright, the rods are out. After that £31.5, I've put them back out. I just can't believe it. The trip is just getting better and better. I mean, if I just view the swim, obviously you've got this little bay here, like earlier in the show. I've lost one in them pads, unfortunately. So I would have had 7, but I've had 6. I've lost one in them pads. It got in the pads and right in there. I was just fishing on the side of it, and it got in, and I just could not get him out. And in the end, the bloody line broke, but absolutely gutted I was. It was, you know, like a seesaw effect. But yeah, I lost one in there, and I've had 2 off the feeder there. That's a feeder that's in the lake. Like I say, I've had 2 off of them. That's where the big one came from, and what one, the 24. But all the rest, if I pan round, another island there, all the rest are just coming off the edge of these pads just here. Literally down here. This is where I've caught most of them, just in there. And yeah, I've done well. I've had 4 out of that. Just a nice little spot there. I bet it's hardly no one fishes there. Look how close it is. It's just here. There's the cradle and the net. Literally just there. I bet everyone goes to these islands. I mean, the feeder spot's a natural spot anyway, and to that island. But just down here, that is where it's rocking. You know, you can see them coming in, crashing round it, and yeah, it's a good spot. And that's where it's rocking for me at the moment. So, but yeah, having a whale of a time. I'm still just pan round. Obviously there's ropes there, you can't go no further than that. But yeah, I'm having an absolute fantastic family holiday trip. And that's the lake there. Obviously you're allowed to use 4. So yeah, all good in the hood, as they would say. But yeah, like I say, you've seen the rigs. And yeah, that 31.5, what a fish. Jet black, absolutely jet black on top. Again on the tuna garlic. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be a nice evening. I'm just waiting for Faye to come back from Birmingham, and she's gone up that way shopping, which is quite a way away from where we are, to be fair. So yeah, obviously don't get lost. It's probably about another 40 miles on, so yeah, give her a due. She's took the van and drove a good, well, best part of 40 miles. That's just to get there, because she loves her shopping. So yeah, a lovely evening. Let's hope we can get some more. And like I said, there's the setup there. Look at them two pair of gits. Look at them. What are you doing, Ted? What are you doing? Who's that? Yeah, that's about right for Ted. Not a good sniff around. But I know he's looking up there, because the ginger's got a packet of what's-its. And the Ponce wants a bang. Look at the Ponce, look. So there you go, guys. If you see Carp Dog Ted, don't pull out any grub, because he'll be your best mate. Let's go over to Ginge. Out there, mate? Yeah? Enjoying yourself? Can't hear ya. Yeah? Got your mouth full of what's-its? Go on then, have a blast on the hot tub then. Put it all on for the people watching. Go on then, get them here. And this is his little hot tub for the week. So, yeah, great. Put it on, Ginge. Put the bubbles and that all on. So, there he is. Look at him, loving life. Yeah, man, you enjoying it? Yeah? Let's see. I say that as a yes. Probably wants his what's-its back. Right, time for me to join him. Ta-da.
Right, would you believe it? I've only gone and had another one. Literally after just filming Ginge in the pool, Faye's on her way back. I thought, right, I'll hold fire before getting in the hot tub, because I've got to open the gate for her. Left hand rod that we just had the 31 on, it's gone again. 2112 this time. This trip is just unbelievable. There it is, £21. What was it? Yeah, 2112. Sorry, this one. It was 31.5 before that. But yeah, look at that. I'm hoping that's coming out all right. The camera girl legged it, didn't she? So, but yeah, brilliant. Look at that. They are proper on the bait now. That little spot just near the pads that I showed you, mate, they are on it. The more tuna garlic I'm putting in, the quicker these bites are coming now. So, but yeah, I'll spin him around for you guys. I say, I don't know what the quality of that's like, but the sun just poking through the trees now. It is quite awkward when you're on your own doing this. So, there we go. There's the other one. There's the other side of him. But yeah, let's have a look. What's that about? Yeah. £21, 12 ounces, 2 in an hour, something like that. Unbelievable. So, yeah, we're certainly liking the old tuna and garlic. That's all I'm going to keep saying, because it's absolutely having a field day, this bait. So, so yeah, going to get him back. Ginger's still in the hot tub. They should be at the gate any minute. And let's get that rod straight back out on them pads, yeah. Quality. Right, morning guys. And as you can see, the road. Fuck at this carpet, isn't it, with the lodge. Unbelievable. Should get Urban across there or something, shouldn't I? Get Terry to make me one. But no, on a serious point, 6 o'clock in the morning, and nothing in the night again. And I had that, what was the last one? 2112 yesterday evening, and yeah, it's weird. It's just nothing in the nights at all. You know, it's not that I'm not too worried. I'm getting a good night's kip. You know, there's a proper bed behind me. It's not like I'm on a bed chair, and so yeah, it's nice to get a proper night's kip. But the like I say, 6 o'clock in the morning now, and mate, there are fish bashing everywhere. Not necessarily in my swim, but like in other people's swim, and no one's up. I'm the only one up. 6 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, sometimes it's you know,
people need to be up looking at these fish because they're in certain swims where people are fishing as well. And if I was in them swims, I definitely would be bringing a rod in to cast at these fish if you haven't, if you ain't fishing where they are. But yeah, it's I would say it's early in the morning. The only morning that I never had a bite early, funny enough, was yesterday morning. Excuse me. All the other mornings, I normally had 1 or 2 bites. So hence being up ready. And thought I was doing a quick little piece for you guys. But yeah, during the night, I know it's like they're scared of the dark here. But in saying that, there was a gentleman further down the lake, and he'd been struggling. And fair play to him. Well, I went out. What happened was I went out, and we went out for a meal. And I went down to him to see if he'd look after Ted. He's obviously going out. It's the only problem with bringing Ted sometimes. You know what I mean? It's you can't go out, for meals and stuff like that. 'Cause you can't take the dog, can you? Anyway, the gentleman turned around and said, "Yeah, he's happy, to look after Ted." So I put him on the lead and that. And he said, "I'm struggling." And he said, "Is there any chance of having some of your bait?" So I was like, "Yeah, favour for a favour as such." So I gave him some of the fully loaded and the tuna. Anyway, then that evening I got Ted back, and then the morning he come up to me. Obviously he was just finishing his session, and he said, "I'd just like to thank you." And couldn't believe it. During that night, which was not last night, night before, so that would have been Wednesday night, I think. Yeah, he had a 28 and a £30 10. So obviously it does work the bait, do you know what I mean? And yeah, I was pleased for him, And I said to him, "Oh, fair play to you, mate." I said, "It takes some courage to change your bait, right? Do you know what I mean?" And even he said it's the first 2 bites here at night for absolute ages. So yeah, he was overjoyed. So there's another one who caught on the bait here. It seems to be working, and but like I say, today's going to be a different day. I'm going to fish up to about 10 o'clock. And then we're going to go out. Yoda said that he'll look after Ted for me, which is I'm grateful for. And we're going to go to the zoo. So me, Faye and Ginge, we're going to go to the zoo and spend the day, have a proper family day out, I'll say I'm overjoyed. I've had 7, and I've lost 1 unfortunately as well. But yeah, to have. God, do you know what? I'm forgetting the weights. Obviously, you guys would see the footage. But yeah, I'm overjoyed. I know like the 3 bigger ones, I've had, 2 31s and a 46. The rest of them are like 20 pounders, but still good fish. And but yeah, that's the plan today. So I'll fish up till about 10, and then I'll be out all day. So but we'll see if we can nick a bite this morning. Like I say, they have been boshing, but they're not necessarily in my swim. But like I say, other than yesterday morning, I have been getting bites, so it'll be interesting to see if we nick one this morning. So but that's it so far for the session. Really enjoying the trip. Like I say, it is a family one, so it's nice to be able to spend quality time with the family, and mix it in with a bit of fishing. So you've got to be fair with it. I know my bites are coming in the day. It's typical, isn't it? Normally in these these family holidays, you find during the day sometimes could not be the one. It's normally like evening, night, morning, that's it. It just hasn't been the one at night. It's just all in the day. So, but yeah, to be fair to Faye and Ginge, like I say, we'll go out as a proper family today. So there won't be much fishing today. But no, really enjoying it. And Dad's going to be eager to get down here. I know he's going to have a trip down here in November. Be a total different ball game then. But yeah, no, I'm still buzzing me now for that 46 really. So, but we still got, we'll be on now Friday morning. I'm still here till Monday, so there's still quite a bit of the session left. But a little bit more going out time now with the family, so playing above us at the moment. But yeah, like I say, it's probably about 10 past 6 now. I mean, we'll leave it there, but I'm sitting out here in anticipation. Hopefully I'm going to get my morning bite
Right, as you can see guys, I'm still in my robe and had another bite. Like I say, we was watching them this morning. I did say we might get a bite, and then we did. Left hand rod, and always seems to be that left hand rod. Well, that is the money spot on this place at the moment. We got one here, 24.10. So yeah, a nice start to the morning. Like I said, we're going out to the zoo today, and should take him with me and put it in the zoo, eh? But yeah, great start to the morning. And as you can see, I'm still in my robe. Right guys, bit of an update for you, and yeah, I never had me bite this morning. I'm being a little bit carved up now, and people are in swims either side of me, etc. So, but they are swims and they're fishing in their zones, but they're the entrance points of where the fish are coming in to me. So I have to do a bit of a change of plan now, but I never got that morning bite. And another thing as well, we've had to switch to phase film it off of our phone now because something's wrong with my camera, and I'm worried about going over with the memory card because I've only bought one memory card. So bear with us guys, yeah. Right, I'm going to come on to bait. Now, basically the bait I've been using is the tuna and garlic, but what I've been doing with it, I've been spicing it and jazzing it right up. So I'm just going to go over it a little bit more. Basically, that's the food syrup there, the tuna and garlic. What we've been doing is jazzing them right up. So just pour, don't need loads, that'll probably do. And all I'm doing is just giving them a good jazz up, as Ted can see, he likes it. Jazzing them up and just leaving them to soak. Over the top of that, I'm putting a tuna and garlic hardened up bait. Basically just assures that you've got a bait on, because I'm leaving my rod, once I put them out, I'm leaving them for anything up to 24 hours. I know I'm getting bites, but that's the reason why I put these on. There ain't no nuisance fishing here, but it just guarantees that I'm fishing. You know, and that's the good thing about the Arden Duck baits. Basically that's the tuna. The tuna one is in the frozen range. That's what we've had most of the bites on, to be fair. So, and on the other one, I've been using the fully loaded. Now, if you've watched previous shows in the O'Connor angle, you'll see I've absolutely obliterated my cylinder lately with this one. And again, all I'm using is the actual syrups, the dips, and I pour that in the actual bag, and then I just leave it. As you can see, look, I'm not using, if I turn them round to the tanks I can show it, I haven't used it exactly a lot. Liquids are a major player in mine and Dad's fishing. You can see I've had them probably 4 months, I've hardly used any. But that's the bait. I mean, the fully loaded has done the smallest one, believe it or not, and it's done the biggest one as well, 46. But everything else is falling to the tuna. And like I say, that's the bait aspect of it. And but this morning I didn't get that morning bite. I think it's only been one other morning, but I've got lines either side now. So, but yep, good old tuna and garlic. That's the killer at the moment on this lake. That's the one I've had more runs on, but I did have the bigger on the fully loaded. So I think we leave that there for bait. Like I say, bear with us with these cameras now because we're doing it with phase phone. So I don't know how this is going to come out, etc. It's just I don't want to lose stuff on that other memory card. I only bought one card and I didn't think we was going to have a red letter session. So but we'll leave it there, guys. I think it's time for all of us to jump into the hot tub. And sun's out. Let's have a good family day. Right, well, another one on. Got another one. Right, morning guys, and very quiet night as usual. And I cut the bleeps, that was about it. I think a fox had me bait in the night because it was all over the bloody place. But yeah, the morning bite, it didn't come like at normal time. It's about 10 o'clock now. And I was just doing the hot tub for Ginge. We've had the smallest one of the trip, again on that left hand spot. 16 pound 8. A little pretty fully scaled, smallest one. But yeah, it's this Sunday now. We've got one more day of night left. I'm gonna go for a roast dinner today. Ginger's in the hot tub behind. And but yeah, this is one for the future, definitely. So there you go, and the tuna and garlic again, and we'll be wiping it soon anyway. So, but yep, nice start to the day. Alright guys, we're on the last morning. See, still in my robe, and there's about 3 hours left before we got to get out. But the only rod that I haven't had a bite on all week has gone. 20-pound 8 linear, beautiful fish. That one was on the fully loaded. And there you go, absolute minter. Yeah, 20-pound 8. So that makes it 11 now. So I've had a great trip. So I think we'll get this one back. But yeah, 20-pound 8 fully loaded.